Hello and welcome you all to the new lecture of Terraform series. And in today's video series, I will be demonstrating about installation of Jenkins or Nginx onto a server which we will create using Terraform. So these are the things we will see today, like how we can authenticate our Terraform with credential. Like we will have the provider block into our Terraform code. So along with that we will see if there is no default VPC is there, then we will create. If it is there, then it should not create. Okay, apart from that we will see how we can use data source so that it can list down all the availability zones in a region. So region, you are aware, right? Like if you are choosing a region like US East 1, then there will be three availability zone mainly, like US East 1A, US East 1B, and US East 1C. So this you can check while creating a subnet. Okay, manually you can go and you can check what are all the availability zone present into a particular region. Okay, after that we will see how we can create a default subnet if one does not exist. Same way we will see the VPC. Okay, apart from that we can see how to create a security group for the Jenkins instance, like what are the ports you need to enable, or what are the ports you do not need. That also we will see. And after that we will create a Jenkins server. So okay, so we Jenkins server means it is a simple ec2 instance. It is a Ubuntu VM on which I'm going to install this shell script I will have in my local. And this is the most important thing, guys. This is the null resource. Okay, in any of the video you will not get this how to install shell script on the Jenkins server. That is not much clear, but in this video it will be more clear to you. It will give you more power to you, then you can install these all things. Along with that you can install anything, like before or while creating the server you can install Nginx, you can install Apache, you can install anything just by this script, writing this script. So let's go to our code and let's start writing now. So guys, this is the first thing. As I told, it will authenticate. So that is why let me give you a quick overview of what are the files I'm using here. So I have already made a separate video for the modular approach. Okay, so here I will be creating simply. I'm having a main.tf file, I'm having a variable.tf file, I'm having a tf var file where I will be keeping all the secrets in this way. Okay, so that it will and I am passing here, right? So you are aware, right, how to create Terraform variables and all already I have shown in the video. After that you can see I am having here this shell script which I will be executing onto the ec2 instance, right? So let's start with. So after that, what is the first thing you need? Okay, you are authenticated with the AWS uh, console or sir AWS. Now what is the second step you need? Anything, first thing you need a default VPC, right? So why we need this VPC? Because when we will create a security group, that time it will ask for you. So if you will go to this AWS security group, see this is the VPC ID it is asking for. And if you will go down, scroll down, VPC ID, it is optional. Correct. It is optional. If you will not pass, it is going to automatically choose the default VPC, right? But if you will not provide, that is not the case. It will automatically choose your default VPC. But in our case, what I want to show you how we can use the default VPC in our code. Like in your earlier code, we used to see, right, how we can create our own and VPCs and subnet, but here we will use the default one. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me type. Okay, so let's just go to, I have already opened this. You can search for like AWS Terraform default VPC. It will land you to this page. Once it will land you to this page, you can pick up this block. This is what we need here. I am just copying here and I have pasted. Fine. Now what is the second thing I need after this? I have to list all the availability zones, right? So simply what you can do, uh, you can type as well, like let's do one thing. uh, we have to list down all the existing availability zone, right? So you know, right, when we use this resource tag and when we use this data source. So resource tag when you use when you are going to create a new resource, but data tag you will use when you have the particular resource existing already created. Okay, so if you will search like Terraform AWS default availability zones, so it will land you to this page. I have already opened so that it will be easy for you and it is not going to take much time. So you can take this or not because that is optional. If you can check, state is optional. Okay, so if you want to keep it, that's okay, and if you don't want, then that is also okay. I'm not going to keep it. Okay, once this is done, what is the third thing we have to do? We need a subnet, right? Why we need a subnet? Because whenever you will launch a ec2 instance, that is going to ask you for a particular subnet id. Okay, you are going to launch a subnet inside a, sorry, you are going to launch a ec2 instance Jenkins server inside a subnet, right? So that is fine. Now you need a subnet. So we will be using again our default subnet here. Okay, so how you will get that? Again, in the same way, AWS Terraform default subnet you will search. You will be landed on this page. Let's check for the particular block, and here we go. So you can copy this block, you can go back to the code and just paste it. Fine. Now see, if you are using this data, so instead of this we can make use of the data block, right? How we can make use of that? So how, suppose you can directly pass here, right? But I don't want that. I want what, like uh, I am going to run this code in usest1. Okay, usest1 will have three availability zones. It should choose the first one. First one will be usest1a, correct? And this is what for existing availability zone, data is there, right? You can uh, understand by this keyword. Okay, once you will have that, just click on this data.c. It is giving me pop-up. Just select this availability zones dot. Okay, here you have to pass the name of the availability zone. That is why it was already passed. So now here you have to provide an index, like see, zeroth index means 1a. usist 1a it should choose. Okay, so you let me change this as well. Ist 1a. Fine. Now subnet part is done, guys. What else we need? Now we need a security group, right? Security group. Why? Security group is something. What is security group? First tell me. A security group is something like see, you will attach the security group to your ec2 instance. So that will do basically what? It allows traffic, incoming traffic. It controls incoming and outgoing traffic. So whatever port you will allow into that security group, like ingress means incoming traffic, outgress means outgoing traffic. Okay, so it will allow and disallow all the traffics. Okay, so we need that block now. So what I will do, I will go back and I will search for this AWS security group, and you will land over on this page. Okay, you take any block and we will modify as per our need, right? So I have given here Now, okay, so see for the for the Jenkins server, you need to have a one port enable, that is 8080, right? Hope you are aware how to access the Jenkins server using the IP colon and 8080, right? So we need to expose the 8080 port. Okay, so along with that, we will be running this install the jenkins.sh, right? For that we need to have 2020, sorry, 22 port open. That is why it will do what? It will do ssh to the particular instance we will create, and then it will execute, right? So we need 22 and 8080 port to be enabled. So let's do one thing, let's change this. I am leaving this name as default. Allow 8080 and 22. Fine. Here just change it 22 22. You don't need this IPv6, right? We are dealing with IPv4 as of now, so this block is not at all required now. This is egress. So now we need one more, right? Just copy this and just paste here. Instead of that, for the best coding approach, you should form it as a dynamic block. So I have made a separate video for that. Like if you need multiple ingresses, right? If you are creating a module, is this is not going to be a good way to write. Okay, but for the time being I am using this because I have already made a separate video for that. You can have a look. So here I will do what? HTTP, not HTTP, this is SSH, right? 22 SSH access. Perfect. Now here HTTP access, you can name it anything as per your requirement. I'm just keeping it as simple as that. So from port 8080 and to port, fine. And now here I'm allowing all the outgoing traffic. Okay, incoming traffic will have, like, whenever someone tried to access the Jenkins server at this port, Jenkins should be accessible. Perfect. So now once this is done, you have to assign the VPC here, right? So you have not yet assigned. So for that, how you will pass the VPC ID, the default VPC ID? Simply you will do what? We already have the VPC default VPC up, right? So just try to search AWS default VPC dot default dot ID. It is asking for ID only. Looks good. Let's check AWS default VPC. Fine. Now coming to the next point, all things are ready. Now we just need the ec2 instance, correct? ec2 instance means where you will launch and execute the Jenkins thing, correct? So I'm going to search for this ec2 instance block. AWS ec2, okay, Terraform. Check the first block and we will modify as per our need. Okay, it's coming up. Once you are here, just take the simplest one. Let me take this. Just go back to your code here and just paste it. Once you will paste, you can make the logical name meaningful, Jenkins. Okay, here you need to pass the instance id. So how you will get the instance id, guys? So just go to your ec2 dashboard. This is also very important, how you will get the. So for see, if you are using ubuntu ami id in different region is going to be different. Okay, so make sure you are launching in us region, you have to choose the ami id in this region only. Okay, go to ami catalog and scroll down. I will be using ubuntu 2020. It's not responding. Ubuntu 18 is there, ubuntu 20. Okay, so let's take this is the ami id, it is starting with ami only, correct? SQL server we do not need. Let's do one thing, just click on instances, just click on launch instances. This will be more clear to me and you also. Okay, here it will list down all the OS images. Just click on ubuntu. Once you will click on ubuntu, it will list down all the available version related to that. So I'm choosing this. Once you will have it, you can copy the ami from here, bp0. So let's take this. We need this x86, guys. Okay, just copy and paste here. Okay, the instance type I will be choosing this because this stands in the free tier. So just leave it as it is. So we do not need these all things. I'm clearing it off. What else do we need now? We need a subnet id, in which region you are going to deploy, correct? So for the subnet id, we already have the subnet listed up. AWS default subnet. What is the name of the subnet? Let's check. Default easy one. Okay, fine. And subnet id, so dot id. Once you took the subnet id, what else do you need? You need to pass the security group, right? That will enable this Jenkins server to be accessible on a TAT port, right? So how you will know like what is the keyword I should use, correct? You will be confused. So it's just to search for a security group. You can pass the security group name here, or you can, if you are creating instances in a VPC, you can use this as well. So let's take this, just go back to the code and you can paste here. Okay, and how you will get this id, correct? So we already have up, right? We already have created the security group. So how to call that? How will you call that? Like this name dot whatever is required, like AWS. Okay, it's not popping up. Let's do one thing, let's just go up, copy this. Let me just take this as well. Paste dot id. Once this is done, guys, What else you need? What else? Okay, so you are creating this server, you need some key, right? To access this server, like either pem or ppk, hope you know. So to access this server, some key need to be have. Okay, so how to pass that key? Just search again something related to key. See the key name, this is optional, it will take the default one, but let's take this. There is nothing like default. Okay, you should have already created. So in my case, I will show you where is this. If you will go here, if you will list down, so it will list you these all things. So these things I have already created. If you don't know how to create this, just go to your ec2 dashboard, just go to key pairs, and here see these two are already existing that I will use. And you will do what? You will create one new. You need to have in this PEM format. Okay, in this project you need this PEM format, right? You do not need this, you will convert using putty. Okay, but right now just make use of this. I will go back, I will choose this name, new jump box key. Let me type here. Fine. And now what else? Nothing much, just let's add tags as well so that it will show the VM names. Tags equals to what is the, let's give it a name, Jenkins server. Fine. And so we are almost done, guys. Okay, I have not variabilized this all thing because this is going to take much time. You already know how to make it variable. If you don't know, just check out my one of the video, that is 5-minute video only, I guess, and it will help you a lot. So it is nothing but simply, see, I have just defined this right side one access key into the variable, correct? And how I am calling this variable? Var dot this name. Okay, but instead of variable you will do var dot access key, and the same I am passing here, var dot access key. Okay, for more details you can check there. And now I need some part of code I have already kept here. I need a null resource, guys. So let's just go ahead and let's just see what are all the things we have achieved till now from our chart. So we have done this, we have created VPC, we have used data source, we have created default subnet, we have the security group, we have wrote the code of Jenkins server creation. And now the most important thing, guys, this is the most important thing you will not get on any YouTube channel as of now. You will struggle a lot to find this. So let's just go back and let's just see, this is the null resource I will be using. Okay, first step I will be doing like SSH into the ec2 instance. Okay, so see, whenever you create a server, right, you need a ppk file, correct? IP address you keep in putty, correct? And you go to SSH authentication, you provide the key, correct? Any key if you have, you provide the key, you click on open. Because I have not given the IP, maybe that is why. So here you have to mention, like, you are doing basically SSH only, right? So it will be SSH. Now coming to the user, so the ec2 you are creating, that is basically a Ubuntu server, correct? If you are creating a Ubuntu server, the user is going to be Ubuntu only. Okay, if you are creating a is server using AMI index, that is going to be ec2 user. These are stopped server, otherwise I could have shown you. Connect is not there, right? So leave it for. Okay, so for AM, while you will create the server, when you will click on connect, it will show you the user. So I know this is Ubuntu. For Ubuntu server, this is the username, correct? And here you have to pass the private key, guys. Okay, private key means you have created, correct? I showed you, you have created a private key and downloaded into the local. So here you have to locate the path of the ppk key, guys. Don't be confused between ppk. Okay, so for that you need this file, and inside this you have to pass the location of the ppk. So for the home location, you use tilde sign slash, like I will show you the path. This is my downloads and this is the pem file, new jump box key, correct? So where it is in the downloads, dowmload downloads slash, what is the key name? This name, right? Same name, jumpbox dot c. So it is, while creating, it will assign this key to your ec2 instance one way, and this is the second way. Why it will create your ec2 instance. Now this null resource will try to ssh to the server. So how you, it will authenticate, it will match these keys you have in local, and the server is having this key. It is same, but it will do a two-way handshake. Okay, once it will do handshake, it will go, it is ready to go. Now you need the host. So host means, see, while using putty, you are providing the ip, correct? So that is the host. So how you will provide this host? Just provide the ip aws, that is Jenkins server dot, let's use public ip. Using public ip you access, right? And this is now very important. Why provisioner file, like copy the copy and copy this, like you have this install of Jenkins in your local, right? You want to pass it onto the server which you are creating. Once you will pass, that should be executed. So just provide the location where your file is. So right now it is in current only, right? So simply write install, I'm just giving the name jenkins.sh. So this path is what? This path means which file. Say I have written clearly, copy the this file from local to ec2 instance. So what is the source? So this is here only. So I gave the name simply. And where do you want to copy this file? I want to pass in this directory, and just provide the complete path, guys, and this file. Done. At this destination, pass this file, simply copy the file. How it will do? Using ssh, it will made the ssh connection. Fine. Now this is the last one, very very important. Now it, you have to set permission, executable permission to the jenkins.sh file, correct? Then only it will be able to execute your shell script. Okay, without giving permission it will show permission denied. So let's just go ahead and let's just provide permission. How, what is the command to provide permission? Chmod, right? Sudo chmod. For executable permission you can use this. Okay, and where is the file? This is the place where the file exists. Just copy and paste. Fine. And now you are ready to execute. So just do a search again, paste. Okay, and don't forget to provide this as well. Okay, line breaker, otherwise it is going to throw error. Next line. So once this is done, and one more point, one more surprise I would like to give you. Like, see, I don't want to go to the server. Like once you will create the ec2 instance and install Jenkins, you have to go to the server, okay, and check, take the ip and take do 8080 and go to the browser and use it. Okay, fine. Along with that, you have to check the password for the Jenkins, correct? I don't want to go to the server to check the password. I just want to display over there here only. Okay, I don't want to SSH to the server and check the password. So for that I will show you how to do that as well. Okay, this is very important, guys, as per your interview experience and your project experience as well. So this is going to help you very much. So let me write the output block as well, so it will show you how to do that. So here you can create output.tf file, or simply you can uh, write in the main.tf itself. That is not an issue, but let me follow at least some basic principle. Jenkins URL will be the name of the URL, and value, what will be the value? So here I'm going to use some functions so that I will get. So here join, what are the things you want to join? First thing will be this is the separator, and inside this it should output in this format: http colon slash slash. After that I need the public DNS of from the instance. Okay, public DNS. How I will get? AWS instance dot Jenkins. Let's go back and let's just copy from here itself. Control C, Control V dot public DNS. And after that, what is the third thing you need? You need colon, right? Whenever you access on the website along with the IP, you provide a colon. So I have passed that as well. And after that, what do you need? You need 8080 port, right? So this is what we need. So this is what this will basically output your URL, so that you will directly click and go to your Jenkins dashboard. Along with that, what I was saying, you need the password. You don't want to go to the server, correct? So let's just go ahead. How I will get the password? How I will get? You can see in the shell script only. I have given this command. It will, while running this code in the log section, we can see that as well. So let's try to run our code and let's see if any issues are there. We will sort it out in this session itself. For a minute. So you can modularize this code. So I have already created a big playlist on this modularization concept. Like after learning that, you will be pro in Terraform. Okay, so you can modularize this simple code, and because this is like industry level thing. So let's wait until the init is done, or let me pause the video and come back to you once this is done, because this is taking much time. Once Terraform once Terraform init is done, I will go with Terraform plan. Let's validate our code if some issues are there. So you can see we got some error. So where is this issue? You can check here simply in the CIDR block section. It is referencing to some wrong CIDR, means line number 30, line number 34 and 42, line number 34 ingress CIDR block. So instead of that, what we can do, we can simply pass it here our VPC ID if you want to launch it on the VPC level. Or what you can do, you can directly provide access So let's copy this. Why I am doing this, so it will have like it will be accessible from anywhere of the world. Okay, so that is why as of now I will be using this only. Okay, because you can restrict it with your CIDR block, like whenever you anybody will get IP from your VPC CIDR block, only they will be able to access this. But as of now I will be using choosing anywhere. Correct. So now once you have done, let's do plan again and let's see. I will show you the logs as well, so that you can, web is not declared in the, so we have done some mistake. So let's see. Okay, 100 number, null resource 100 number, what is the issue? Okay, so instead of this we need the logical name. What is the logical name? We given some Jenkins server, I guess. Okay, this one. Correct. So why this is why we have kept it as a dependent? Once the server ec2 instance will be created, then only it should execute the shell script. Correct. So that is why it will be on hold till the server creation. Again I did plan, and hopefully it will work, right? So see, it is showing you Jenkins URL will be known. It will be outputted once after the apply. So let's apply. Are you ready? Apply. Click on apply. It will pop up for the yes or no. We will do yes. Or if you don't want it to pop up, you can directly Terraform apply space hyphen hyphen auto hyphen approve. So see, let me do yes and see, the logs is going to be very meaningful to you. What are the things it is creating? It is showing you. So parallelly it is creating all the things, because only our null resource and the ec2 is dependent. Correct. So it once it will create these all things, it will jump to the null resource. It is creating our ec2 server. So null resource started creating, so it will do like two-way handshake. Correct. So the same file we have in the AWS, which ec2 will use to create itself, and one file we have in the local. So null resource will try to authenticate with the server to execute all the files. So that is why we have enabled 22 port. Correct. So you can see connecting to remote host, so it's connected, guys. See, this is the wonder. Now whatever things are getting executed, how beautifully it is showing you. Correct. So let's wait. Whatever commands you gave there, it is installing these all things. So these things you will not get on any other platform, guys. It is going to help you a lot in your project. Okay, so it is saying the remote execution done. Okay, it is finalizing things now. Soon we will get the URL of the Jenkins, so that we can directly go to the Jenkins, and we will get the password as well. Correct. Let's wait for some time. Let me come back to you once this is done because maybe it will take a lot time. So this is what we have got, right? So now we have the Jenkins URL here. If you will click on this, it should open. Just click on open. It should load our EC2 instance, guys. So see how beautifully it is automated. You directly came up here to this page, right? Otherwise you take the IP, you take 8080, correct? And now one more beautiful thing, I will show you the advanced thing. You don't need to go to log into the server to get this password. Okay, the code is written in such a way it has already given you the password, guys. Just copy this and authenticate your Jenkins server. This is very important, and this is very advanced concept. So in this way you can install Nginx, you can install Apache. You just need to replace the script and follow the things I have told you. Okay, so it will install all the things in this way, and you already know how to set up the Jenkins, so I'm not going to tell you here how to set up as well. Or else let me show you that as well. It will be a complete. Okay, once you will land on this page, it will ask you for the username, it will ask you for the password to log into the Jenkins. So basically you are just creating a new account. Think on this way. Okay, take any your email, just click on save and continue. Okay, so see, this is what the Jenkins URL is. Okay, just click on save and finish. Start using your Jenkins, so you are ready to go. Okay, so if you find my video helpful, please like, comment and subscribe if you are facing any issues. Okay, for more details you can join the Telegram group which I have created to resolve your doubts. And if you need any kind of help, just check the video description how to connect with me. Okay, and please do a like, drop a like if you find this video helpful, guys, because I'm not like other YouTuber who is saying in the beginning only just like and comment, correct? So if you find it helpful, then only like. Thank you so much. See you.